Do you know the most recognizable band name and most recognizable members of punk rock? They all exist as the Sex Pistols. Malcolm McLaren, their manager, basically got the band together, but you can't give him the credit for the attitude, lyricism, the yelping vocals, the explosive guitars, and the desire they had to shock and provoke as many people as they could. Well, Glenn Matlock, to be the basic, he was the main songwriter, and he collaborated with the lyricism of the vocalist Johnny Rotten. The other band members included guitarist Steve Jones and drummer Paul Cook. They had a fantastic graphic artist. Her name was Jamie Reed, and that would provide some very shocking artwork for flyers and sleeves that probably aided the band as much as like the obvious members. Someone had to be there to illustrate the anarchic image they fought so hard to own, you know? Yeah. A lot of their singles even became banned, and their concerts were labeled as infamous. They had several court cases dealing with their album artwork, and they had some intense physical attacks on the members, as well as they experienced two major labels dropping them on their Arse. I said it. Arse. The word was true though when the Pistols found themselves on Virgin Records, prisoners of their own label. See, they were unable to play, or write, or give the Pistols airplay. What a dilemma. And to make matters worse, Glenn Matlock was fired, as well as his songwriting was. Their recording career would also only release one album, Nevermind the Bollocks. And the 4 singles on the album were included, obviously. There came a halt for the Sex Pistols when it came to new material, and they only had one new song for their entire career. It was called Belson Was a Gas. It was an old Sid Vicious tune from his days in Flowers of Romance, with Albertine from the Slits. Fun fact, on the album, Sid Vicious wasn't even playing. It was Steve Jones playing instead. The Pistols hung on by their teeth though, until Johnny Rotten left for his American tour. They still had their spot in rock and roll mythology reserved. Yeah, it sounds kind of incomplete because I only featured half of the Sex Pistols story. See, the Pistols were awesome, and many others believed the exact same thing. Their looks, their lyrics, and their musical was so original, exciting, and young, and it was packaged with an immense amount of giving no shits, and made them dangerous. And they gave birth to an entire culture of their own. From the Clash to the Banshees, there are still fans today that match them in terms of image, style, and attitude. Long live the Sex Pistols, yo.